Hi students, good morning to you all. How are you all? I hope that all are fine. Okay, in the previous class we have learned about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. That is reaction of metals and non-metals with oxygen and with water. Today we are going to see about corrosion. Okay, what is meant by corrosion? When an iron nail is kept open or exposed in air, after few months you can see that there is a brown coating formed on the iron nail and the brightness will go off, is it not? So we can say that the iron nail got rusted. So what is meant by corrosion? Iron and many other metals reacts the oxygen present in the atmosphere and moisture present in the atmosphere, and this process we will call as corrosion. So what is meant by corrosion? The process of slow wearing away of a metal due to the attack of atmospheric gases and moisture on its surface is called corrosion. Okay, how can we write the chemical equation for this? What is the symbol for iron, students? It is Fe. So Fe and oxygen O2 and moisture, that is water. So Fe plus O2 plus H2O. That is Fe plus O2 plus H2O gives Fe2O3xH2O. So iron reacts with oxygen and water present in the atmosphere and we are getting hydrated iron oxide. So the formula for hydrated iron oxide is Fe2O3xH2O. Then like the same way, other metals such as copper, silver reacts with oxygen present in the atmosphere to give its compounds. For example, copper, when it is reacting with carbon dioxide present in the air, it forms copper carbonate. Also, when silver, it gets tarnished, silver spoon, it gets tarnished when it is kept open in the air. So silver reacting with hydrogen sulfide present in the atmosphere to give silver sulfide. Okay, so these are the normal reactions we are seeing today in our day-to-day life. First of all, iron reacting with oxygen and moisture present in the atmosphere to give hydrated iron oxide. So the hydrated iron oxide formed is called rust. So when you see the rusted nail, you can see a layer of rust or layer of brownish coating that is formed on the iron nail. So this brown coating formed due to the reaction of oxygen and water present in the atmosphere on an iron nail is called rust. Okay. So this is the first example we are seeing in our day-to-day life. Next one is, you would have seen the copper bottomed vessels or copper utensils that you are using in your kitchen for cooking. Sometimes you may see that the copper vessels may get one greenish layer formed on the vessel. That is due to the reaction of copper with carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere, and the greenish layer is the substance, that is the reaction formed or the product formed is copper carbonate. So copper when reacts with carbon dioxide, we are getting copper carbonate. So the green substance is formed due to the reaction of copper with carbon dioxide and moisture present in the atmosphere. Then have you seen, children, the silver spoons? They become blackened they become tarnished. What is the reason for this? That is, silver objects become blackened and lose its shining, lustrous, or it loses its luster. This is due to the reaction of silver and hydrogen sulfate gas present in the atmosphere. So that only the silver vessels or silver spoons, etc., silver objects, they become blackened after so many days. Okay, so these are the three major reactions that is happening on the metals with oxygen and moisture present in the atmosphere. Okay, now there is a fact. It is about the iron pillar near Qutub Minar. That is, have you watched or have you gone to Delhi to see the Qutub Minar? Okay, if you have not seen, you would have studied in social, is it not? So, the iron pillar near Qutub Minar in Delhi is considered a metallurgical wonder. Why? The archaeologists and metallurgists all over the world, they considered that as a wonderful metallurgical event because it was built before 1600 years. Okay, though it was built before 1600 years, it is not corroded or rusted or eroded. It shines very bright. Okay, so though there is a hard weather, very sunny or summer or cold or rainy, etc., in any season, this Qutub Minar is not getting damaged or rusted, or it is not corroded, etc. So that is the ancient people's intelligence over metallurgy, is it not? Next one is the Statue of Unity. Do you know which is the Statue of Unity? That is the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel statue, is it not? So the statue is about 182 meters and it is located in the state of Gujarat on the river island facing Sardar Sarovar Dam. So Sardar Sarovar Dam only this statue is situated near the Narmada river and it is made up of fully cement concrete. So they are telling that 18,500 tons of reinforced steel and 6,500 tons of structured steel and 1,700 tons of bronze and 1,850 tons of bronze cladding are used for making this Statue of Unity. Okay, it also becomes as a wonder in the world, or it is not spoiled, and it is the metallurgical event, one of the metallurgical events. So these are the two facts files that is given in your textbook. Next one is reaction of metals and non-metals with acids. Okay, what is the reaction of metals and non-metals with acids? We will see in the next. When metals reacts with acid, we will get salt and hydrogen gas. Now, when a metal reacts with acid, we will get salt and hydrogen gases liberated. Now, what is meant by salt? Salts are the compounds formed when a metal replaces hydrogen in an acid. Suppose if you are having a salt, it is a compound, it is formed when a metal is replacing hydrogen when it reacts with an acid. For example, when zinc reacts with sulfuric acid, we are getting zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. What is the symbol for zinc? It is Zn. And what is the symbol for or molecular formula for sulfuric acid? H2SO4. So zinc reacts with sulfuric acid, we get zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. So zinc Z10 reacts with sulfuric acid, we get zinc sulfate Z10SO4 plus H2 hydrogen gas is liberated. So this symbol arrow mark shows that gas hydrogen is a gas that is liberated. Then next another one example we will see, that is magnesium. When it is treated with sulfuric acid, we get magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Symbol for magnesium is Mg. What is the formula for sulfuric acid? It's H2SO4. So magnesium reacts with sulfuric acid, we get magnesium sulfate. Magnesium Mg, sulfate SO4. So magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas is liberated. So this is the second reaction. Then the third one is when aluminum is treated with hydrochloric acid. Aluminum symbol Al. Hydrochloric acid formula HCl. So aluminum treated with HCl, you get aluminum chloride and hydrogen gas. So when aluminum is treated with hydrochloric acid, we get aluminum chloride and hydrogen gas. So these are the three reactions we are seeing when metals reacts with acids. First one is zinc. Z10. Zinc reacts with sulfuric acid H2SO4, we get zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Then magnesium, when it reacts with sulfuric acid, we get magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Then when aluminum reacts with HCl, hydrochloric acid, we get aluminum chloride and hydrogen gas. Okay. Now the before equations are balanced. Now we can see the third equation. How is it balanced? Now when aluminum Al, HCl, hydrochloric acid, reacts to give aluminum chloride and hydrogen gas. Now we have to check whether the number of atoms in the left hand side is equal to the number of atoms in the right hand side. Then only we can say this equation is balanced. How many molecule atoms of aluminum are there in left hand side? 1. So here also it is 1. But hydrogen, here you have 1, but at the same time on the other side we have 2. Then what about chlorine? Chlorine is here 1, here it is 3. So always try to change the odd number to even. So this is 3. So just if you multiply here by 3, what will happen? You will get, suppose if you multiply by 3, then you will get 3 hydrogen and 3 chlorine. Is it not? But it is impossible. So first we will, what is that? We can rectify the number of atoms of hydrogen. Okay. So in order to change this hydrogen here also equal, we can just multiply by 3. So 3 hydrogen into 2, that is 6 hydrogen molecules are there. But at the same time here we have 3 chlorine and 3 chlorine, okay, but aluminum 1, okay. So is it balanced? No. Hydrogen 6, so just you multiply by 6 here. Non-metals, they do not react with bases, but so only a few non-metals such as now let us see about non-metals. How does non-metals react with acids? They do not react with acids. Okay. These are all about the reaction of metals and non-metals with acids. Now let us see about the reaction of Metals and non-metals with bases. First of all, we will see about metals. What is the condition of metals reacting with bases? Metals, they do not react with bases. For only a few metals such as aluminum, zinc and lead, they react with a solution of the strong bases. Can you say some examples of strong bases? Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, etc. And they produce the compound of that metal and hydrogen gas. Okay. Then what about non-metals? Non-metals, when they react with bases, they form a complex compound, and you will learn in the higher classes. Okay students. So let us recall the above reactions. Today we have seen about corrosion. What is mean by corrosion? The process of slow wearing away of a metal due to the attack of atmospheric gases and moisture on its surface is called corrosion. Now, iron and many other metals, they react with oxygen and moisture present in the atmosphere. So, this phenomenon we used to call as corrosion. Okay, iron reacts with oxygen and moisture present in the atmosphere to form a brown color flaky substance or brown layer, that is called rust. Now, this rusting of iron is due to the formation of hydrated iron oxide when iron reacts with oxygen and moisture present in the atmosphere. Okay, this is the first reaction happening with iron. Then what about copper? You would have seen copper vessels in your homes. If it is not utilized or if it is not taken away and it is kept open, what will happen? You will see a green layer over the copper vessel. This green substance is formed due to the reaction of copper and carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere to form copper carbonate. So, the green substance is due to the formation of copper carbonate. This is the second example. Then third one, in our day-to-day life, you would have used silver objects, silver vessels, etc. Suppose if it is not utilized properly and it is kept open, and after some days or months, after few years, you can see black colored dots appeared on the silver vessels. So, the silver objects become blackened. What is the reason? And it will lose its shine or luster also. What is the reason for this? This happens due to the formation or due to the reaction of silver and hydrogen sulfide present in the atmosphere. Then I said about the fact files, that is iron pillar near Qutub Minar in Delhi is considered as the metallurgical wonder. And also I said about the Statue of Unity that is situated in the state of Gujarat. It is made up of concrete, cement and 18,500 tons of reinforced steel and 6,500 tons of structured steel and 1,700 tons of bronze and 1,850 tons of bronze for clothing. Okay, so these are the truth facts or fact files you have seen in this lesson. Next we have seen about the reaction of metals and non-metals with acids. When metals reacts with acids, you can get salt and hydrogen gas. What is meant by salt? Salts are some compounds that are formed when a metal is reacting with an acid to replace hydrogen gas. Okay, we will see some examples of metals reacting with acids. First we have seen about zinc reacting with sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Next we have seen about magnesium reacting with sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Then aluminium reacts with hydrogen chloride or hydrochloric acid to form aluminium chloride and hydrogen gas. The next one is reaction of non-metals with acids. Non-metals, they do not react with acids. Then what about the reaction with bases, students? Metals do not react with bases, but a few metals such as aluminium, zinc, lead reacts with the solution of strong bases such as sodium hydroxide and produce a compound of that metal and hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, so the next one is how non-metals react with bases. Non-metals, they react with bases to form a complex compound. Okay, that's all today's class. Students, you should be prepared for the midterm test. The midterm test portion is synthetic fibers and plastics. That is lesson 1 only. All of you thorough this lesson and you attend the test very perfectly. Okay students, the homework will be sent through PDF. You all must watch or appear for the Zoom class also. Then only you can understand the YouTube class as well as the portion well. Thank you.